This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Hi, everybody.
G'day.
Hey, I'd like to introduce someone that's in the room who is currently trying to get Harry's job.
Ben.
Hello, Ben.
Ben, come over. You just make your way. I'm
Ben.
coming over.
It's going to be awkward now if Ben doesn't get the
I
job.
know,
Keep
it'll
going.
be so funny, but he can use
It's
this.
way too big for these headphones. Hello.
He can use this podcast to show other radio stations
Yeah.
how we can apply for a job and not get
Yeah,
it.
So it's an impromptu resume.
Yeah.
I know.
First things first, can you help him put his headphones on properly? Because
Yeah, that one ear.
No,
one
no,
out.
look
So
at
it
that.
does look very
to
radio
right, left to
jock,
right,
though,
and
the 80s.
unfold them completely. There you go. Put that. That's the
There we
way.
go.
I've done it.
There
There we go.
There we go.
Hey,
Hey, it's still on the
Yes.
wrong way. You're swapping around.
I wanted to ask you, you wrote a song for the old...
I did.
Richmond champ?
Collingwood
Collingwood
champion.
champs, I
It
was
was
thinking of
for
Conchable.
it was
Yeah.
for Scott Pendlebury,
Pendlebury.
and I uploaded it to the old TikTok, and it did kind of well.
What's well?
Like millions of views, sort of
Yeah.
well.
To the point where you get money?
No, you don't get money from
No.
TikTok
Get anything?
unless
No.
like KFC pays me to do an
Yeah.
ad
Did
for
you get
them.
anything like that?
No, I got a bottle of wine from Scott Pendlebury. That was the payment. He sent me some wine in the mail.
And didn't the pies fly you over, though?
Yeah, they got me to perform it when they came to play Freo here before their game. They got me to perform it in the pre-game rever
Yes.
for the team, which was like huge moment. I was pooping myself.
So,
You
sorry,
can't say
you-
shit.
I was shitting myself.
You were down in the change rooms with the players.
Down in the change
so
rooms.
Fly's done a bit of a spiel, introduced you,
A
and
surprise entrant Fly gets me out and he's like, "Here's the song." Thankfully, they all sang along, and it was very
And
like.
it's pretty funny because, and I know this because Instagram offered it up to me yesterday.
Look at that.
Well, I know. I'm like, what's
Yes.
happening?
My algorithm, of course, would never show me that on Instagram. So I don't need Instagram. I have you.
Right.
Give us a little bit of it.
Oh, a cappella song.
A cappella.
So
Yeah.
it's the Let It Be by the Beatles. It's Pendlebury, 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 Pendlebury.
Do you have
Kick
to
the
pay-
ball to Scotty because you kick it to him
Yeah.
and he's very good.
Do you have to-
Pendlebury.
Do you have to pay royalties to the Beatles now?
No, we checked that with the club because they flew me over to the MCG to play it after this as
Yeah.
well, and they were worried that Paul McCartney was going to sue us. He didn't. His legal team didn't reach out. We got the all clear, and then I did it at the G in front of like thousands of people. It was crazy.
It wouldn't be so funny if this was the thing that Paul McCartney heard.
The
one
He
I
often
love
does
you, Paul.
listen to
And
our
took everything.
podcast.
Did it have any other verses?
Yeah, it had.
Give me a verse and don't downplay it. Perform it.
Okay, in the OG version, it's and in the short off season, Scotty also runs a winery. What a diverse skill set, Pendlebury.
Now that is very
Yeah,
clever.
Thank you.
That is clever. That's so clever. What do you even don't get the job? People
Yes.
go, well,
I
he's
know.
clever.
I know he's too clever for us.
now imagine the
Clearly.
standard we're setting.
I know.
Benny,
that high, I'm looking at it.
do they put on a show? I mean, you've put on a show for them at the MCG at this big game. You come up with a song with the great man, Scotty Pendlebury. Do they put you in a dining area?
No, they actually, I want to say, everyone from the club was really nice, but because game day is so hectic when you're on the ground, there's all these activations
Yeah.
and events going
You're
on
standing
everywhere.
in the urinal, weren't you?
My sound not far off. My sound check was at 4:30 and I didn't perform it till 7:10. So I've got like 2 and a bit hours with nowhere to be and nowhere to go. So I found like a broom closet somewhere. I'm just like, this will be my green room.
Yeah.
This is fine. And I'm just frantically, again, shitting myself playing the song over and over again because I'm so scared and nervous
Yeah.
by the time I get out there. And yeah, the broom closet was my home. I made it my little zen area before getting
Because what was
out.
the crowd? There would have been 60, 70,000, yeah?
It was, yeah,
More?
I think it was 80-ish.
Yeah.
But they hadn't all rolled in yet. Maybe 79.
Yeah.
But the worst thing is when they went to get him on stage, they found him in the broom closet and he had the mop up his bum.
Yes.
So he got a little bit too
I get it.
comfortable there.
Sometimes nerves get you, know.
Yeah,
that does calm me down.
We do what we can.
No,
We do what we can.
we hope you get the job.
Me too, Nath. Me
So
too.
you came in today just to, watch Harry, and the Prime Minister wandered in. How was that for you?
I was worried that they were going to frisk me with the AFP. They didn't come near me. It was awesome. I think you guys did great. The Peter Dutton photo was a definite highlight.
Photo,
Portrait.
is
It was
a
so
photo,
realistic that it looked like a
Then
photo.
JK, of course, he came in as
With
well.
the cup, it was right.
Yeah.
It was right
I just want
there.
you to let you know that this doesn't happen every
No,
day.
this is not very common.
Oh, look at the endless streams of celebrities.
I was relieved when Harry's like, big show. Yeah.
From
Sometimes
here on
it
in,
is-
it's
it is-
washed up maths
It is
contestants.
just like a drought. It is a drought.
Hey Benny, earlier on though, you might have been listening actually when Nathan, he was absolutely fired up
Full
over
Karen.
his modem that hadn't been delivered. Did you hear that?
Oh, who were you with? Who was the modem with?
I
can't say?
No,
We can't say?
I will on the podcast. I was originally with Optus, and they were just terrible and never helpful, so I got rid of them. And then the company is IINet.
Oh,
IINet. We are.
Hate 'em.
To start a relationship on such rocky terms without even having turned on the modem because I don't have it, that's too much.
I've had the same experience. I hate them with every fibre of my being.
With every fibre to the node?
Yeah, every fibre to the node. We switched to them from Telstra because they were cheaper than Telstra.
Yeah.
And their service, everyone I talked to on the phone, terrible, awful experience. We went back in a week.
That's
It was
my
terrible.
thing.
Wow, okay.
Customer service. It only it seems to only happen until they get you to sign and give your money details over, and then done, they're out. It's crazy.
Also, you're going to hear some shocking relationship tales of people discovering like that they're the side piece or telling somebody that they're the side piece. It's full on.
Yeah. Well, Ben.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Thank you so much for
We
having
like
me.
you.
I like you too. You're very
We
nice.
like you too.
We like you.
Thank you.
This is Nathan, Nat and Sean.
Asking you about your ass game. I put my legs up in that meeting. Yeah, no, that's right. Came out.
I've never wanted to put a song on more.
Nova 937.
It's 6:03, David and Sean. Johnny's back. Guess who's back?
Good to be back, guys. How are
the
you?
return of
Bit
the
of a
Mac.
late start to the week for me.
We had the best show ever yesterday. We won several
did.
awards.
Did you?
Yeah, we won an Oscar yesterday.
Yeah.
One for me not being here.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
it. You just had to turn up.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
That was good going.
You
yeah.
right?
Yeah, good. Yeah. I was super father yesterday. One of those days where I thought my wife was really ill on Sunday night, and therefore it
Yes,
was a
you had
tough
to
night
step
for
up.
everyone.
Yeah.
But then yesterday I was in this Superman fathering type of mood, so I thought I would lay it on thick, and then I woke up this morning, felt like I'm running
Absolutely
marathon.
shattered.
Because I overcooked it trying to be a
Sean.
hero.
Sean, when you're
Sound like you.
like really sick,
Yeah.
does Megan wait on you as well?
Never.
Because I just thought like that seems like the nice thing in a relationship, because when I'm super sick, I remember one time when I was so sick and I was so thirsty, I was on the couch and the fridge was just over there, and I got into the ground and crawled for a bit.
Yeah.
That's what we singies do.
Well, no, I having a partner, I was going above and beyond. Well, not above and beyond. I was going to the level that you probably should go to. which is
I
probably
go-
Doing
above
the
and
bare
beyond.
minimum.
But also,
But
I know
relatively.
you.
Yeah.
Were you putting that in the bank to use it as a weapon later?
I'm not going to
Well, of
deny
course
that.
you
Of
are.
course I am.
Well, you
also.
might not have been doing it for that reason, but
Yeah.
you are certainly
No.
putting it in the bank for
I
later.
would just
You're
say-
doing it, but they're not doing it for
Yeah.
that reason. But you know while it's happening, that's literally being recorded into a thing we got here
It's
called
in the
Vox
ledger.
Pro.
Yes,
It's in the
yes.
ledger.
So in Megan's mind, inside a couple of days, it'll all be forgotten, and I'll go back to being a complete arsehole. But
that sounds right.
When I'm sick, I'm just in her way, so she's angry at me.
Yeah, but you're lying on the kitchen bench and stuff. Oh, I can't go on another day. It's not dramatic. You're
Well, it's
sitting
good
on
to
the
have you
vacuum
back.
cleaner for a ride while she's trying to do the floors.
Well, you're back in time to talk to the Prime Minister. He'll be joining us this morning after 7 o'clock.
I know, it's getting to that. I mean, next year's when the election's going
I know,
down.
we're still more than
if
a
this
year
is the
away.
Case, if he's going to be over here this
I know.
often, we're in trouble
Well,
in
he
a
did
month's
say
time.
he wasn't after the last election. He wasn't going to forget Perth like so many others had before.
And he never has.
And he hasn't, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And Sean, we thought it's about time you got your hands on a Premiership Cup.
I saw this.
Jake Hayes bringing it in.
Yeah, that's nice.
Now, the
The official
AFL have said
ambassador.
that you're not allowed to touch it. They said if you didn't get to it during your career, you can't touch it afterwards. I know.
Again.
I know, right?
Yep.
And we're drawing today?
Yeah. Yeah, we are drawing today. Amy, Prime Minister? The Prime Minister will be drawing today.
Okay.
Sean.
This has got Titanic written all over it.
Yeah, Jeremy McGovern got angry at me yesterday.
Well, yeah, to be fair, you also got angry at him.
We got angry at each other.
No, they're on the same team. Tell you what, though, T, sneaky, very
Jack.
good
Oh,
with the
really?
pen. Very good with the pen.
Smart girl, we're going to keep her eye on her.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
I have had to be stronger to get through this period
The
in my
suffering
life.
of this
Would you
man.
like to hold hands?
Too sad to hold hands, Sean, because I'm in this alone. So
And there's still no resolution, right?
hopefully today. This has been going on for a fair while now. What you hear is dial-up internet.
There are
Back
people
in
who
the
don't
day-
know what this is.
Back in the day, you used to have to hang your phone up and do a thing, and
Yeah.
then if your computer was done, then you couldn't use your phone, and it took this long to possibly get a connection. You might have had to have done this 10 times again. I was praying even for this, because I've had no internet for a couple of weeks.
So you've
Yeah,
just been going off
yeah.
your mobile data?
No, well, yes,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the deal is in my place, and because of the position of my house, I moved in before I got the NBN, and then I was doing a wireless broadband, which was perfect
Working well.
because of my situation in the house. They can tell you if you're going to get a good signal.
Yep.
Now, as technology has been going on, they've been tinkering with all these things, and it's getting less and less good. So my internet's been so spotty. So I've decided to say
You crossed over to
up yours, Optus.
NBN.
God, the conversations I had with them. And
Please
then,
sponsor our show.
I love Optus, yes. But then I thought, no, I'm going to go to NBN. So I went with one of the big providers. We all know who they are.
Yeah.
So I spoke to the guy, and he goes, why are you leaving your current provider? I told him all about the history, and he was going, that's just terrible. And he goes, you know what? With us, you'll not have a hassle at all. He was lovely. We got along really
Isn't
well.
he just setting you up for a fall?
And we had
I feel where I know where this is going.
we were laughing back and forth, back ha 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 ha.
Is this, and then you signed on and gave them your
Yeah.
financial details?
Yeah,
Okay.
And they basically hung up.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I said to him, I'm currently without internet. And I said, and I do a job where I need it, watching TV.
But also, every household needs it. It's
and
a
also-
basic human right these
Also,
days.
Nat, I've changed all my bulbs to smart lights as well.
So you can't turn your lights on.
Oh, right.
Now I'm back.
think of the real suffering here. I mean,
Anyway, it's a
he's
lot.
sitting in darkness
I mean,
and he
what?
can't watch Netflix.
Yeah, and the only interaction I have in my house is my saying, hey, Siri, can you do something for me? Siri's my Megan.
Siri's broken
seriously,
up with
Megan.
you.
And that's that lone magpie
Yeah.
that keeps calling you at night.
Yeah. So I spoke to them
Yes.
over a week ago and signed up, and I said, no, mate, I need this ASAP. He goes, you know what, mate, we're going to push you up to the priority list because you don't have internet. We sort of do that with people that don't have any service. And then he said, well, you'll get a schedule. He goes, look, you'll probably get the technician to come and hook you up on Friday. He goes, but you will get your modem way before that. It'll be like
So
within
they
a
send
couple
you
of
the
days.
modem. That comes from their company. Yes.
I said, is there any way I could just pick up the modem? So I got it. No, we have to send it. All right, no worries. So I still don't have my modem. My internet was set up on Friday. This is ridiculous. It's sitting in a warehouse in New South Wales for days.
But on the weekend,
So you're
you've got the
tracking
weekend
it?
in there.
I was tracking it. So
Yes.
anyway, I'm tracking it throughout the week, realising, you know what, it's day 2 and I have not got a tracking, I didn't even have a tracking number about
Yes.
my modem. So I rang up this internet company that was so lovely to me at the start.
To get
Promised
your
me-
money.
And then I brought up, the guy I initially spoke to promised me that I'll be hassle-free with you guys. And then they said, we're going to have to review those tapes because you were misinformed. I went, hold on.
So we're hassle-full.
I said,
Sorry, hassle-full.
hold on. I said, so what you're telling me is the lie he said was that my experience with you will be hassle-free.
And you're saying
And then
that's
they
a
moved
lie.
on.
Yeah.
I went, come on.
That's a big statement,
Come
man.
on. So I said, where is it?
Yeah.
And they said,
They said you know where it is. You can see it on
no,
your
no,
tracking.
no. They said it'll be coming today. This was on Thursday.
But
He
it
goes,
was still in New South Wales.
yes. And I
Yes.
said, no, it says it's still in New South Wales. And they said, no, it'll be coming today. And I rang them the day before previously because I saw it was in New South Wales. No, it's going to be there today. So when the technician who came in from this company, he was absolutely lovely. And he said to me, ring them back again. I said, all right. So I rang them back again. But then suddenly I went, wait, no, I'll go to, because suddenly I got a tracking number. I'll ring them. So I rang Star Trek. And it was a chick there, first day of the job. She goes, I don't know if I'm saying this wrong, but your package is just sitting there and no one's touching it and it's not being set to delivery. And I said, oh my God, this is ridiculous. Can you just get it delivered? And she goes, well, there seems to be something happening with it. So I contacted, I was about to say the company. We all know who it is. I contacted them back, and I said, what is happening with my modem? And they said, it'll be arriving today. Oh, it will not be arriving today because I just spoke to Star Trek and they said that they're looking at it in a thingo. So then she goes, hold on. 3 minutes later on, goes back and goes, yes, we know where it is. It's in Sydney. I said, I told you.
That's the third time you've told
Yes,
them.
I said, my internet is now hooked up. Your person advised me to switch off my other service, which, although it was not working, was spotty.
Yes,
but
at least you would get it occasionally.
I could get it occasionally. I said, now I have no internet. I said, I alerted you to this on Wednesday that there was something wrong with this delivery. You had time to be able to cancel that or send me another one. Because this is the clincher. Marnie, my next door neighbour, the apartment next to me, found out that I was signing up to this company. She had the same internet service as me. She ordered hers, I think it was on Wednesday, and she received her modem on Friday.
I don't understand that. I've heard
I
that
live
happen a
next
lot.
door.
So has her technician been to hook her up?
No technician
Well, she
next
should
week.
give you her She should give
No,
you her
because my
modem.
problem isn't her problem. Just in case
Yeah.
mine wasn't to rock up, I'm not taking hers.
Yeah.
So anyway, so then I just said, mate, I'm so sorry, and I did your thing, Sean, because I didn't raise my voice, but I said, I'm sorry that we've been having this altercation. I know it's not your fault. Can I please get a call back from a supervisor? So the supervisor calls me back and just goes, basically, oh, well,
It's in Sydney.
We can't do anything
it's
about
in
it.
Sydney. It's falling within the delivery time. I said, no, it's not. Your delivery time says 2 to 3
Yeah.
working business days. I said, I ordered this 7 days ago.
Yeah.
And then I said, is there anything can be done? Can I get a modem, whatever? I said, and he goes, no.
So you have to wait
And then
it
he goes,
out.
I'm sorry you feel this way. So I said, I want this
Can
to
I
be...
speak to your supervisor?
I said, I want there to be an official complaint. I want this to be official complaint with my name on it. I said, this is disgusting. I said, I have had several phone calls to you and I have not even started using the service yet. And I tell you right now, I have never really lodged an official complaint, and it just made me feel so good to get my Karen on.
So, but was that an official complaint? Like you saying this is an official complaint?
an
Is that
official
enough,
complaint.
or do you have to?
Hear
Is
me,
there an
hear me.
email or
He
something?
said,
Left or right
he said it's been lodged as if
Did he though?
because they're recording the call.
Yeah.
And then so I you know what? Karen's got a bad name, but that needed to be Karen.
That's a huge Karen.
It's not going to change anything.
No, that's just...
So then
no,
what
because you were
happened?
lied to the whole time.
Well, what happened is
Nothing.
This is the word.
This is
This is the word. This is the word. I get a notification yesterday saying, we tried to deliver your package, but you weren't at home. It's now been taken to your local post office. I read this at 5 p.m. Sean, Nat, Harry, Sam. You've all worked with me for a while. At 2:08 in the afternoon, am I home?
Yes.
100%.
Categorically. But you weren't watching Netflix, which is a bit unusual.
I
You
was
can't.
home. I was home. So I don't know in your world of delivery if you just stand at the front of the building and just go, and like try and do psychic thoughts to get me to come outside and get the package and go, oh, that didn't work, and walk off. You got to press the bloody buzzer.
He is fired up. I haven't seen him this fired up for a while,
And
actually.
there will be
Passion.
people that are fired up as well. I want to know when you have rightfully placed a complaint.
Did you get
Yes.
your Karen on?
Did you get your Karen on?
We're very supportive of Karens this morning.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you're just being pushed to the brink.
No, we can't take any more. We can't take any more.
I was in a scenario where I had no internet for a month. It was 4 weeks before it was
disgusting.
resolved because when the
How'd you go
NBN
not watching
was-
porn for that long
when the
now?
NBN was connected to my neighbours, they used my connection
Yeah.
because it was like their
Yeah.
A and
Yeah.
and so
Yeah.
they stuffed. There was the NBN connection was wrong, but you can't just talk to the NBN people. You have to go through your internet provider,
say?
and that went backwards and
Nah.
forwards for a month.
This
Yeah,
With
you
them saying, just wait, it'll be on in 24 to 30 to 48 hours. And you go, okay, no worries. So then you've got to wait 2 days before you can do anything. And I'm like, you need to send a technician, right? And they're like, no, we can do it from this end. Don't worry, it'll be connected in 24 to 48 hours. You wait another. They said that to me 3 times.
I am in full belief,
I'd burn
and
their
this is
place
the
down.
majority of companies, is customer service ends as soon as you sign up.
Yeah. Let's talk to Shirley. Hello.
Morning. How
Hi,
are you all?
Shell. Did
Hi,
you get your
Shell.
Karen on, Shell?
Always, mate.
Always. Okay.
Okay, what happened, Shells?
I bought a second dishwasher from Harvey Norman
Yep.
around Christmas time. It got installed. It was working fine. It's all scratched up in the inside, but that's what they are.
Yeah.
Anyway, after a week, the motherboard went. But the technician went and just left it in the middle of the kitchen. I have a small kitchen. In front of the drawers I couldn't open, and in the sink. And he goes, we'll back after Christmas to fix it.
What?
So I'm left with a dishwasher in the middle of the kitchen.
So he pulled it out and he left it
Just
right.
left it there.
I couldn't open drawers or anything. Anyway, I rang up.
Sorry, after Christmas. How many days was this for?
This is after I've had it for a week, but it's
Yeah.
been out for a couple of days. But I've rung
Okay.
them up and said,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah.
Any danger? Yeah.
And the lady rings back just after Christmas and said, look, I'm not happy with your service we gave you. Mm-hmm. What we're going to do is upgrade you to a brand new dishwasher.
Oh, that's nice.
Free of charge.
Yes.
Shirley.
So I got a brand new dishwasher.
Come
And paid
on.
For a second hand. For a second.
Is amazing. I
That's
do have to say,
fantastic
Harvey
news.
Norman always steps it
Yeah.
up.
Well, there we go.
But like that is unbelievable.
I mean, you dodge around a dishwasher in the middle of the kitchen for a week in order to
Mate,
get a new
brand
one.
spanker.
mate, you can put it in my bed if you wanted to.
That's
I still
beautiful.
don't know how to set my dishwasher properly. It always goes...
course you don't.
Sean never used it. Remember?
That's right.
Bought
That's
it-
right.
I had one in there. Didn't like the way it looked aesthetically. Bought another one. Never turned it on.
Use mine
it actually-
all the time.
Still have the brand new one in storage.
You know, when you open up a dishwasher, there's the plastic. There's some plastic
Yeah.
stuff inside.
Yeah.
Yours has still got
got plastic?
It's all good stuff in there.
Pristine condition. Christine, hello.
Hello, how you going?
Christine, did you have to get your Karen on?
Oh, I had to get my Karen on. And normally, like, I'm a really calm person and I don't make complaints.
Likewise.
Me too.
But
This did my head in.
Yeah.
Right, so I've been having my house insurance come out of my bank account fortnightly for the last 5 years.
Yep.
Anyway, all of a sudden, I noticed it wasn't coming out. So I contacted them and said, oh, look, there's a problem. It's not coming out.
Yeah.
So I was in arrears. So I paid the arrears and said, look, can you ensure that it comes out for a fortnightly
Yes.
payment? And they said, oh, yeah, there was a glitch in our computer system. I said, okay, that's fine. 3 months later, I'm still every fortnight ringing them and paying them. I said, what is your problem? I said, so I put in a written official complaint and said to them, you are putting my house at risk
Yes.
because if something happened and my payment didn't come out when it's
Yeah.
already been...
Also,
you know,
your
it needs
credit
to be coming
score.
out.
Yeah.
So eventually I said to them, look, I'm going to give you a new account number. And they said, oh, it must be your bank. I said, you take my car out of the same account and that's not had a problem.
Yeah.
But my house hasn't been coming out. So I changed my account number after about 4 months. It's finally coming out. You'd think with technology, honestly, let's be honest, you'd think with technology you could make sure a direct debit comes out of your account. But obviously not. It didn't work. So
Someone wasn't putting in the info
and
clearly,
also,
Christine.
like, they want
the
your
girl
money.
rings-
Why won't they
Yeah, but
take your money?
I know. And the girl rings me up and said, I just wanted to know, you put in an official complaint. Are you satisfied with your service?
Oh, I know. That is the worst one when
What
they
did you do?
ask
Did you
for
laugh?
feedback. It's
They
like,
did. They sent me a feedback survey afterwards,
it's
and
like,
I
you
don't
don't
want
wanna
to
know.
shit on my phone.
I
Literally
just
take
thought
one.
to myself, I thought, how can it be this difficult? So I finally gave them a new account number and said, see if this works. Anyway, that's working now. But I keep a check on it because I said, how many people are at risk
Yeah.
because your company had a glitch?
That's
I
right.
said, you didn't
And then you're
contact me to
uninsured.
say. Yeah, they didn't contact me. I was the one that contacted them. Like, I'm thinking to myself, you are a big company. This is something... Taking my money should be a given.
Yeah.
And not just that, we shouldn't have to be investigators. In my scenario, I'm the one that end up on my own back ringing up Star Trek to say what the hell was going on because all I was getting from them, and that's why I set them up with the question first. I said, well, do you know where my parcel is? And they said, it's going to be arriving today. And I went, well, liar, because I've just spoke to Star Trek. So then after that, they went, can we just give us 10 minutes? I said, why is that? They said, we're going to call Star Trek. I said, you should have done that 3 days ago. Why did it make me do it?
Hey, stop yelling at us.
Sorry. The dogs. I just spoke to the dogs.
It reminded me of working with Ross Lyon then because he used to find out all the information, then ask
Yes.
someone a question.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
then when the
Ask
person
After
got
a
the
question,
question,
you
he goes,
already know the answer
And then
to.
you're very measured. It's like you're sitting back and you
Yes.
go, so, sit down.
So,
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Hey, I was at a football event last Friday and just catching up with a few guys I either played with or played against.
oh, good old days.
And you throw out those, what are these people up to in particular? But
like catching up.
yeah, catching up. But
Thanks for explaining it.
well, it was more so to do with guys I used to play against, and this is
So
one
catching
guy
up with old friends.
that I kind of know. I've known him for a while, but when they play for the opposition, they're enemies.
Sure.
But I knew that he's been living overseas for quite some time in Indonesia and moving around
And
the
that's
islands.
your dream.
Yeah, that would be amazing. So I was
you live here.
just talking to a mate about what that person'd been up to, and they were telling me about how this guy that we had a long-term relationship.
Sean's trying to keep the details out, but
trying to keep the name out of it.
I fear that you might have given too many already.
Okay, well, that's all right. I'll leave the name out of it. But he'd been in a long-term relationship, but one of the deals was he had an international girlfriend, and then she had to keep leaving Indonesia
to do
for a visa.
international girlfriend thing.
For visa reasons.
Visas,
Yeah.
she would do that on a regular basis, and also she would just go home every now and then for a longer stay to visit her family back in Europe. So that was fine.
Yeah.
Until he got a phone call from some random guy who just said, you don't know me? My name is Mike. And I've just
said
found out
too
some information that you might want to hear, but you're not going to like it.
Okay.
So then he went on to say that he has been seeing...
I thought it was going to be, your Netflix payments have gone up.
Oh, that would hurt. $17.99.
It's ridiculous.
Is it 21 these days?
Anyway,
I think
we
I paid
don't
21.
I feel that you've wandered from the
Oh,
story.
sorry. Go back to where
it's
you
easy
were.
to throw me off. So this guy says, you're not going to like this, but here it is. I've been seeing this girl
Same girl.
for it was well over 6 months.
Oh.
But the reason why he's making the call is because this girl had been seeing someone else.
Oh,
So
but-
first of all, he found out this chick had been
layer
seeing
to
someone
this
else.
cheating
A
lasagna.
third person. And he was heartbroken because
Yes, he thought
she'd
they
been
had
cheated
something,
on.
yes.
Then he found out that the reality was she's had a long-term partner
Yes.
who's been in Indonesia.
So he thought he'd been cheated on, but he didn't realise he was actually a cheater because she was with someone before
Yes.
him, but then there was someone after him. Give me the spans of time. So he was with her for 6 months, the middle cheater.
Yeah.
The original, your friend.
I think a couple of years.
And the newest one would have been probably
I think it's
few months.
a short-term thing. But so the guy my friend, he was absolutely knocked off his chair. But the main thing was he was absolutely rapt that he actually received that phone
The
call.
guy
Because the
actually
guy
did tell
first
him.
said, you're not going to like what I'm going to hear. This can be hard to swallow. But if you don't get that call because someone never passes
It's
that
a courageous
information
call to
on.
make because you're like, do I get involved or not? Or I just break it off with
and
her
how
and
do you
move
get
on.
Yeah.
No.
But you get angry at that
And he
person who's
doesn't
giving
know
you a
him.
call.
There's no bro code there. You know,
No, he
but-
doesn't know him. And this guy didn't live in Indonesia
Yeah.
where he lived anyway.
So he had to make a bit of effort to find him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's not only three. There's not only three. If she has built this around the world, that's the three that have found out.
Yes.
I
But
wonder
how
where
many
this
can you
human
have?
centipede ends.
How many can you have on the run?
So busy.
How many have you had on the run at any one time, Nat?
One.
Yeah, but
And
yes.
even that's a struggle, I'll be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah, but that's an official way, and that's how Natalie treats her clients. She's not one of those places, Sean.
Would you feel comfortable making that call?
Making the call is the tough thing.
look,
Like,
look,
I don't
receiving
know.
it.
I think I would just stay out of it, personally.
Look, if I didn't have any real affiliations with them in my day-to-day life, probably.
Yeah.
If it was a relationship that I was ready to say goodbye to, because that's a lot of the times that's what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. But look, that phone call is super important. And
I know.
to be honest,
It's the right
it
thing
is-
to do,
it is
but
important,
it's a
mate.
really
I
hard
watched
thing
a
to do.
video a while back, same situation. This chick found out that she was dating a guy and then found out that she was the person that he was cheating with.
Yeah, she was the
So
side piece.
she rocked around to the house and as everyone does, they record it. But she had her phone up, and then as soon as the woman answered the door, she said in the interview afterwards something about the woman's demeanour made her drop her phone so that all you can hear is the audio.
Yeah.
And she told the woman, look, I'm sorry, I actually was cheating with your husband and didn't know it.
No.
In your house here.
Yeah.
I came here and none of your photos are around and all that sort of stuff. Anyway, I found out that you're with him, and this woman broke down and she was consoling her. It's a full-on thing to do. It's
Yeah.
a full-on thing to do. And I wonder if guys are brave enough to share these stories, because whenever we do topics like this, it's very much female-led, which means that guys
It
are
is.
bastards. But yet we know that there are equally amount of terrible women out there doing it the same thing.
Well, I think that some guys are really reluctant to share those stories.
Yeah.
Like that story.
Being cheated on isn't something that you did. It's been done to you.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And that
So
phone
hold
call,
no shame with
we'd
that.
love to hear from people that have received that phone
Yeah.
call or made
Made the
that
phone
phone call.
call.
Have you said, look, I can't sit around and watch this happen anymore.
Yeah.
I'm going to let them know.
Yeah, it's a big move.
There's plenty of threats that, like, if you don't tell them, I will.
Yeah,
That's a
no.
good one
We
to
want to
do.
know. You cut all
Yeah.
that middleman out and you go, this is wrong. I'm letting him know today. Let's go to Owen. Hi, Owen.
Hey, guys,
Owen.
how's it going?
Yeah,
Good,
good, buddy.
Owen.
All right,
Okay.
Owen. So, has this happened to you, Owen?
Yeah, so years ago when I was living in Tassie, I lived in Beaconsfield, little country town,
Yep.
and actually, met someone online, blah, blah, blah. They used to come down from Smithton. It's, almost 4 hours drive.
Yeah.
And, one thing led to another. We end up dating. We were together for almost a year, and I decided, you know what, I've never been to their hometown, so
Yeah.
made the trek, 4-hour drive up to them,
Uh-huh.
and everyone was in shock. And I was like, oh, yeah, it's a shock that, I drove up there and whatnot. And we were just at a supermarket, and the supermarket attendant wrote someone's address on the back of my receipt, and she said, I think you need to go speak to this person.
This
and,
is the
looked
best.
at my partner. I was like,
Yes.
okay, that's a bit sus, but, I come from a small country town, so I was like, I'll take the hint.
Yeah.
So while my partner went to work, I went and knocked on this door, and I said, hi, I got told I need to speak to you about such and such. And they were like, yeah. I'm like, what's the go? And they're like, well, they're my fiancé. I was like, okay.
Whoa, Owen.
Don't mind me asking, how long have you been together for? And they're like, coming on 4 years. I was like, cool. Righto. I'm like, well, we've been together a year. And they just looked at me and sorry. I'm like, and they invited me in. They were a little bit shocked. They went bright red, near, like shaking angry. But then they're like, look, I'm sorry. I said, look, scream, shout, do what you need to do. And they were like, are you sure? Like, and I said, you're not just, his mate joking. And I said, well, here's the text messages. Feel free to have a read through. I've got nothing to hide. I have nothing to hide. I said, I'm sorry. I have nothing to hide. I said, but, you deserve to know the truth. And to this day, me and that person are still friends, even though, I live in WA. They're still back in Tassie.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we then later on found out that his best friend was also another side piece that was just someone there for when he was bored.
How many sides do you need with a main, really?
And also in a small country town.
So this is the thing.
Yeah.
I want to break this down. She takes you home to where she lives fully. I mean, she would have to have been trying to.
He.
No. They didn't take me home to where they live. I rocked up.
You went to visit.
Okay, I was going to say.
I drove 5.
So that was a shock.
Yeah.
So when they found out that you had rocked on the town, did you sense panic from them?
When I seen his parents were like, oh, so this is your friend from Beaconsfield, and I'm like, partner, but okay, because naturally,
okay.
town,
yep.
being a gay couple, small country town, I thought, oh yeah, friends, like I'm used to that. I'm used to that term being thrown around, like at in a sack.
Yeah.
But it was just like when that and it was a shop clerk. I think it was like a small IGA or a small Woolies or something. I can't remember what they had at the time. Yeah. They wrote it down, and actually being a small, mining town.
It sounds like it would have been the good grocer. They do good things.
Yeah. No, we don't have that in Tassie.
They're not that fancy.
It definitely wasn't the good grocer.
No.
Yeah.
But this is he's invited you in to their house. Was it weird for you to suddenly, were you spotting photos of them around and realising, wait, there's a life here?
So when I went at the parents' house, because that's the address I knew.
Okay, yeah.
There wasn't a lot of photos of my partner.
Yeah.
Because they'd moved out years ago. But when I went to the fiance's house, there was photos of them with their friends.
So a fully established life together.
All that, and I was like, wow. It was surreal, and I sort of took a step back, and I was like, okay, cool. Because you hear about it, you read about it, and it's like, okay, don't overreact because you're feeling a certain way about this. And in my mind, I'm like, well, we've only been together a year.
Yeah.
The person sitting in front of me that's crying in anger.
Yeah, but that anger could be taken out on you.
Yeah, I know.
So
exactly.
I know we've got to get to news, but we've got to get to the end of this. So you've dropped this bombshell. What happened next with the partner? Did they come? What happened next?
So they were due to get home around 5:30 back to their parents' house.
Yeah.
And we both rocked up at the parents' house and just sat there in the living room waiting.
I mean, that is drama. That's drama.
Think about it, your parents' house is the
Drama.
refuge, right? And then you walked into that. So what happened?
So we turned up at his parents' house. The parents rocked up at 5. They've walked in, looked at both of us and gone, F this, we're not dealing with this.
Oh.
Walked out. They just walked out of the house like, nope, walked out. And he's rocked up at 5:30 and walked in and went, what the F is going on?
Yes.
And we both looked at each other and went, you tell us.
And
That's holding the ball.
So this is all happening. Where did everything end up? What's the conclusion? What happened?
So afterwards, just screaming and shouting and obviously arguments. Both me and the fiance left. I took him home because I drove him there. I took him home and I said, "Look, mate, I'm sorry for all this, blah blah blah. Best life, blah blah." And I went home, and that was the end of it. Until about 6 months later, where I got a friend request from the fiance. I was like, "Hey, I'm in Launceston. Do you want to catch up?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." So we caught up. I'm like, "How's everything going?" They're like, "Oh, I threw all his shit out. He's gone." I'm like, "Oh yeah, cool." Same
So
thing,
they broke up.
Yeah. Because he wasn't coming to get it.
Yeah.
God.
It was. Yeah.
Hey, could you see? Were you at all attracted to the fiance? Because that would be a beautiful.
I thought that was smooth path going.
Did he float your boat?
Weirdly enough, the fiance was looked very much like me.
So loved him.
The best friend and I have the exact same name. So that was kind of weird. But yeah, it was just one of those days. It's like we become friends, we're good mates, and that's just all where it stayed. Where it was like, and a lot of people did make that joke where they're just like, "Oh, you two should get it on." Just as I'm like, this is a what like. To get back at him, he'd never find out unless we rubbed his face, and that's just Addy.
Yeah, I have to say that's one of my most.
You're a good person, Owen.
One of my most fantastic gay stories I've ever heard.
Yeah.
I mean, that was brilliant. That's
Imagine
top
driving
tier.
home the person that you've.
I know.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Prime Minister is in the house. I know.
Hello, sir. Good morning.
Good morning, Albo.
Hi, Albo.
You're back again. You've got the cabinet with you.
Wonderful to be here. I brought all my friends. We're here en masse. I've been here since Sunday, and
is everybody else as happy to be dragged over here?
Absolutely.
For a cabinet meeting?
We had a full ministry meeting yesterday, and yesterday morning we're down at HMAS Stirling, and I got to go on a nuclear-powered sub, a Virginia class.
Did you press the big red button?
It was. No, we were very careful not to press the button.
Anything.
They let us sit in all the control areas and everything.
Can I say?
Did it feel claustrophobic, the subs? Because I've been on one once.
Well, no, the reason is we've been asked. We did ask if we could get on a submarine, and we had the head of the Navy of the US,
The US Navy,
make some phone calls for us, and she's trying to get us onto a submarine.
And you just waltz in and do it just like that.
Well,
You got the
not
key.
quite like
He's got
that.
one skeleton key that opens everything.
But it was fantastic to meet. One of the people we met there is an Australian who went over, did the nuclear submarine course in the United States, came top of his class.
Wow.
He's been working on the sub for 4 months, embedded in with the US Navy to learn the skills so that when we get our subs, we'll have people who are skilled up. It's a fantastic idea. And yesterday we announced more apprenticeships for people here in WA, another 200. They'll be high wage, high skilled, really interesting jobs.
So that's to work on submarines, isn't it?
Yeah, the maintenance and everything else. This sub that's being fixed here, the Hawaii, is the first time that maintenance has been done on a nuclear-powered submarine outside of the United States.
Wow.
Can we call the next submarine the 6-inch?
Yeah.
Sub?
Yeah, the 6-inch sub. I'm going to get a sponsor for it.
Hey, Albo, on that,
Do you notice the way I just let that go through
just
to the
keep going,
keypad, just pretended it hadn't happened?
That's why
should have caught it.
That's why you're the Prime Minister.
I haven't heard of a lot of people who have got kids that are around my area anyway mention that they wanted their kids to go into the armed forces, for example. But I was just at a do recently where one dad said, I was telling my son he should maybe apply for the army and stuff because of all the benefits you get, apart from, you're serving the country and stuff, but
can pay for
travel
education.
and you're getting insurances and all. So it actually, when he was spelling it out, I was thinking, geez, this is a really good avenue.
Well, I met about 50 Australians who were serving in the Navy yesterday, doing everything from electrical engineering to a range of tasks. All of them loved it.
Yeah.
Many of them, I was about 3 of them. Many of them, literally 3, were from Rocky itself. Were from Rockingham, from the local area.
Locals,
but they were from all around Australia. They're engaging with each other. They get to see the world. Many of them have been. We've got people now in the United States, in the UK as well, picking up skills. Getting to travel exactly.
And you don't have to do it forever. It's just you can get skilled and then move on to other things, like become, for example, the Premier of Western Australia, like Mark McGowan did. He came from the Navy.
Exactly. Or, I mean, a whole lot of people who go into the Air Force, for example, will end up being pilots for commercial airlines.
But there's always the fear that I'll be sent to war.
Oh, yeah,
that's where, when you're discussing these decisions with your parents, that's where their fear goes straight away.
And that's why every single one of them deserves our respect and our thanks, because we rely upon these people to keep us safe, and it's a very brave thing to do, and we should honour them.
For sure. I mean, I'm going to bring up something you've heard a lot, cost of living, but I've come up with a plan. Right.
So you have a plan.
I think so. Let's just run it by you.
We're just going to pay less for things. Is that okay?
well, that is sort of the plan. So we've all been looking
What's
at
this,
these...
a shoplifting plan?
Don't pay a thing. But, supermarkets will drag their feet as long as they can. They can come out and say, we've got 150 products that are affordable.
Declare their profits.
It's ridiculous, right? So, and I know that's something we've got to try and control. So I'm just thinking, what can we do inch by inch? So maybe can the government each week declare one item to reduce the price of. Say I buy anchovette fish paste. It's now getting
very specific.
It's
Maybe something
by
that other
Pecs,
people
and
like.
no, I'm just using my example. This is my country as well. It's getting to be $5 a jar, which is ridiculous for weeks.
Tiny little jars too.
Yeah,
they're tiny.
You know, Pecs. Anyway, it's getting up there. So, like 1 week we go, okay, we've gotten Pecs down. Then next week, what do you want, Nat? What's so expensive for you at the moment?
I reckon washing powder. Let's drop the price of Omo.
Washing powder. So we can just chip away and just see moving forward.
Sorry, I just got to jump in. Yeah, yesterday I bought some. It was on special. It's half price at Woolies at the moment. Go and get the sensitive brand.
Dude, have you even tried to buy... I don't use my dishwasher. Dishwashing tablets are like $60 for
Nathan,
a box.
once again, you got to shop around because you can get them for half price.
People should need to go to 100
Maybe
shops.
what you need is just... Our friend here, Sean, looking
knows
after.
the bargains.
But in all seriousness, we've got the
seriousness.
ACCC, the Competition Tribunal, essentially, they're getting in there. And you have a look. Yeah, they are.
Because it doesn't seem to be doing anything.
Look, it's still tough, but it is having an impact. And one of the things that we're doing is to take what was a voluntary code of conduct. Yeah, like please,
where they go, we'll police
seriously,
ourselves. Yeah.
What we're doing is mandating that, and that will make an enormous difference.
So when does that mandate kick in?
We need to work with the ACCC. It's essentially, some of it's happening already.
Yeah.
We are seeing better competition. Not enough, but we are seeing that happening.
So, Albo, Nathan brings up the shopping, which is affecting everyone day to day. But the reality is Woolies and Coles make about $1 billion each, right?
Yes.
So $1 billion. But then our banks are doing profit for the year. We're talking $10 billion. Now, that's the thing that's affording everyone the mortgage. Mortgages are going up 12-fold, as you know. So when Jim was talking yesterday that, the global economy is having the impact on what's going on with the interest rate rises and the Reserve Bank, you've been asked these questions 100 times. What's the answer? What's the real answer?
Well, there isn't a magic tick. The real answer is hard work. Doing measures on cost of living that make a difference. So things that we've done, tax cuts for every taxpayer.
But they're not doing anything.
Energy rebates.
Well, there is. You check your pay packet, you've got more money on July 1 than you had on June 30 in your first pay.
Sean's wife gets his pay packet.
If inflation's still at a high level, and we're about to see new figures
But inflation is coming down. It is down to half of what we inherited. Down, the sort of monthly annual figure is 3.5, down from 3.8. So it's heading in the right direction. The other thing that we've had to do to help with that is to produce budget surpluses, which is a hard thing to do. If it was easy, the former government would have done it. They were none out of 9. We're 2 out of 2 for the last 2 budgets.
But you've also got, when they were in power, interest rates went up, and Jim, you would have seen the vision too, with Jim Chalmers saying they've fallen asleep at the wheel. And if I'm in opposition, I'm saying that, right?
Yeah, and
but it's 12 times under your government.
But they did on inflation. It peaked under them at the beginning of 2022, and then they had a budget in March 2022 that predicted a $78 billion deficit. Like, they just splashed money everywhere before the election. And what we've done is to turn that $78 billion in the red into $22 billion in the black.
Okay.
All right.
Now, and we're going to let you go. But
no, we've got something to do, Nathan.
Oh, yes.
We're going to prey on the Prime Minister's talents right now.
I did well on Coits, and I do want to point out
and
that I was 1 for 1 on Coits, and then they took away.
Yeah. Well,
you took away our toys.
You nailed it. So,
do you know what? We've got vision of Peter Dutton breaking in and stealing those Coits.
Yeah. Harry, hit it.
Nathan, Nat and Sean love being creative and giving new things a crack. Learn more about how the arts can benefit you at goodartsgoodmentalhealth.com.au.
Now, as you know, mental health is very important, and we know that arts can help. So this week we're completing a series of art challenges where you could win $500 towards your next art endeavour. Thanks to good arts, good mental health.
Now, Nathan, you've thrown the question to the Prime Minister. Can he draw?
Well, there's a reason for that, because we're playing a game. Did you get the opener, Harry?
No, we've played the opener.
No, there's supposed to be a drawing opener.
That's okay. It doesn't matter. It's just all about drawing. So we're going to be teaming up. We're playing it for people at home.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
What voice of an angel there?
A very special drawer today. The Prime Minister is going to be drawing. Nathan's going to be guessing. Sean's going to be drawing this end, and I'm going to be guessing. So that's the two teams.
So, Albo, I know I'm really ordinary doing this kind of stuff. How do you rate?
Rubbish.
Yeah,
I'm
okay,
rubbish
there's
when
two
it
of us,
comes to
righto.
drawing.
All right.
I keep going into childcare centres because we've got the 15% wage increase coming for, and I'll do a little drawing and I'll show a little 3-year-old
An
and
unimpressed
say,
3-year-old.
what do you think? And they always go, nah.
Yeah. They
Well,
even lock
good.
the Play-Doh away from him.
We're playing
No
for
good.
people at home. Jake from Bassendean, hello.
How you going?
Hello, Jake. Now you get to choose. Do you want to be represented? You don't have to do anything. You're just a passive participant, but you have to choose a team. Do you want Nathan and the Prime Minister, or do you want me and Sean?
I'll have to go for Nathan and Prime Minister.
How often do you have
There
the
you go,
Prime
Jake.
Minister doing
Very
your thing?
wise.
We're the first choice.
Dan from Churchlands, hello.
Morning, guys.
Hey, Dan.
Hey, Dan, you've got me and Sean as your
AKA the
representatives,
slots.
okay?
Okay,
Yeah.
We'll do our best to win you $500 though, won't we, Natalie?
All right, here's what's going to happen. So Nathan and I have to take our
We're
headphones
not allowed
off.
to hear.
That's right.
You're
We
going to
will
hear the answer at home.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then Sean and Albo are going to hear what they're going to be drawing for the first round.
Yeah.
And then the drawing begins.
Albo, may I hand you the thickest texture you'll ever see?
All right, Nathan.
I
we'll
got
go
it.
to you.
Yeah, okay. It's going to come on now, Albo. We'll hear what we need to draw.
Oh, so we get told what to draw.
Yep. Here we go.
I've been giving all this thought into what I was going to draw.
You got no choice. Here it is. Harry's going to play it for us.
Here we go.
The Prime Minister's dog, Toto.
Okay, that's the first one. All right, Nath,
We're good?
come
Okay.
back.
Sir.
Are you guys ready to draw?
Approach the...
Tell us when we're on, Harry, now.
3, 2, 1, start drawing.
A pie, pizza, cookie.
It's a cow.
It's a face. It's a dog. A dog, a puppy. It is a pig.
A Toto.
It is. You know your dog. You know your dog does not look like that.
We're live on-
Because if something looked like that and came into your yard, you would destroy it.
We're live on Instagram.
I told
everybody,
you I
if
was
want to see
rubbish
the
at
action.
drawing.
All right,
But
round two.
it is
Round two.
Toto.
Mate, use suggestions.
I've
Round two,
Of
round
course it was
two.
going to be Toto.
Nathan, go away.
Here's Nathan.
Yeah, wait there. I'm just
Smell
talking
of
to the
it.
Prime Minister.
That's nice, isn't it?
1 second.
Okay.
Okay, ready for this?
Here we go, Albo.
Okay, here we go.
Framed photo of Nathan, Nat and Sean on a mantle.
Albo, hold on. Hang on, Nathan. Hang on a sec.
Okay, it's a.
Okay. All right, 3, 2, 1, start drawing. Go.
It's Parliament House. It's a door. It's a.
It's the lodge.
Okay, it's people. They're people. Are they
in
people?
a- what is that?
There
It's a flower
is
garden.
a
It's a-
tree,
Yeah.
a wedding, a wedding.
It's a
It is
family. It's a family photo, a
a
graduation.
flag, a
What's that?
school.
What is that?
Oh God! Is it Jody?
It's a football team.
Okay, that's a.
What's the number?
The lodge?
Eight.
Is it the lodge? Is it Kirribilli Hat? Is it dinner at the lodge? Is it us at the lodge? Us having dinner at the lodge? Is it us eating in? Is it us in camp? We keep doing that.
It's
What is? Okay, so we're in here. We're in the dining room.
Okay.
The dining room.
I'm gonna put
Dining.
in a
A
part
dinner
now.
party. A dinner party. Oh my God! A dinner
It's a
party.
briefcase. What is that?
No. Hold on. I'm just doing it in parts. So, and there's this.
Okay.
Is it a?
person.
What if it's that?
Person.
It's holding that.
What are they?
I need red.
5
You need
seconds.
So that's
okay,
that.
red. Is that it? Okay, read the lodge.
That's enough.
What was it?
We give up on that. What was
That
that?
was
There
terrible.
were lots of infringements going on as well during that round.
Okay,
Oh, that's a picture frame on the man.
Frame of you. Look.
Picture of you guys.
Sean, can you just... I just need to see what you did.
No, don't.
I just need to see what
We
you
have to
did.
keep moving. Let's go.
That's basically what he did too. And it's terrible.
Righto, next round.
Okay, Nathan, Nat, block your ears. Please hold to start drawing, Mr. Prime Minister. Hold your horses. All right, here we go. Here's the next one.
Record player.
Okay, Nathan, come back. 3, 2, 1, go. He's off.
Square. Pizza flag. It is a centre circle.
It's a record player.
Natalie Luck. It is 2.
We're rubbish.
One
One more, sir.
So I'm guessing they're all themed to Albo. Wow.
It's a fair head
Okay,
start.
block your ears.
Okay, here we go.
Hold tight on the drawing. Hold tight. Here we go.
Peter Dutton.
Okay, Nathan, come back. And start drawing.
Jody, Peter Dutton. Once you work out the rules, it's easy.
Hey, good
Why
news.
does that picture look like a giant turd?
Good news for you, Dan. You scored $500. All thanks to good arts, good mental health. Dan, easiest money you've ever made.
Well done,
Dan, okay.
I told you Peter Dutton just looks like a testicle.
So what was your first guess?
Prime Minister, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Yeah, you can autograph that, yeah.
Of course, we want that.
Thank you.
Brilliant work.
Here you go.
Coming up next.
One by one.
Let's just hope that's not his official prime ministerial portrait.
No, that's right. Josh Kennedy joining us and bringing the premiership cup shortly.
Oh, looking forward to seeing the big
I
show.
know, how good. Thank you, Prime Minister.
No.
See you next time.
That's a fireplace. No, it's not. That is a bunch of
minute.
sausages.
That's a
After
fireplace.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
This world of flash foods we know.
Nathan, Nat and Sean love a hidden gem, especially when it's close to home. Discover the Swan Valley's hidden gems at entwinedinthevalley.com.au.
Another cracking prize up for grabs. Get a load of all of this. The winner takes all tickets to the spring long table lunch at Oakover Grounds. Delightful. And the spring wine release launch at Nicola Estate for you and a friend. Plus, we're going to give you a $50 Swan Valley gift card. Pick yourself up a bottle of wine.
Jeez.
And $500 cash.
But you got to be winning a flash foods this morning. Georgia's our first contestant. Good morning to you, Georgia.
Good morning, guys.
Everything okay
So
over there?
sorry,
Nathan?
mate. George,
My
sorry.
phone cord got caught on the elastic loop of my pants.
Couldn't pull your pants down.
And I couldn't get it. So Amy
Were
had
you
to go
choking
down
yourself out or
and
something?
help me. It wasn't good.
Georgia, you're in a great position, Georgia, because you get to choose whose team you want to be on today. Do you want to be on Team Sean or Team Nat? Tough.
Can I
decision.
tell you right now?
Come on, George.
And
Wait.
I don't have a biased
Impartial?
opinion. There is no right answer.
No, because yesterday I sucked.
There's
I
no
sucked
right
at this
answer.
game yesterday, so,
Yeah, no.
you know.
Yeah, but I think you on your worst day is probably still better than Sean.
Oh, Sean! I hear you, Georgia. I hear what you're saying, and
On
I
any old
agree.
date, I'd like to argue with you, but that's absolutely
Well,
true.
what's amazing is I feel like your wife Megan emails these quips out to people, and I feel like she goes, oh wait, there, I got one from Megan this morning.
It's either that or they've listened for the last 10
Georgia
years.
said what she said. All right, Georgia, it's you and me against the world. Jessica, hello.
Hello.
Hey, Jess.
Jess, you're teaming up with Sean. Sorry
Yeah, we
about
can
that.
do
Jess,
It's like the store gift. You come off a handicap.
Jess, will you say something positive about being on Sean's team, please?
If anyone's game, we can do this.
It is. Anything's
Well,
possible
thank you.
because
That's the lift I
yesterday
was
was
looking
terrible.
It wasn't really something positive about you, though, was it?
Georgia, here's what's going to happen. We're going to have a minute, you and I. We're going first. Nathan will hold up the clues, and I will have 3 words to give you a clue as to what that answer might be. You can have multiple guesses, and you can pass at any time, and I can pass if I think it's too hard
And
as well.
I can pass if I'm just getting bored.
Sure.
We've got a minute to get as many as we can, Georgia. Are you feeling like you're on your game?
Yeah, I'm nervous now.
Me too. And
You
they're all
should be
Me too.
nervous.
It's not just about you.
I know, they're all foods as well. Remember that? It's
Yeah.
just flash
Okay.
foods. Okay.
All right, guys.
Georgia.
And Natalie, I'd like to say good luck.
Thank you.
Georgia, Godspeed. Or anyone's speed if you're not religious. Here we go. Let the time start. now.
Late night snack.
Chocolate?
No, pass. That's
Not
not
the
bad.
cab. All right, next up we got... Oh, sorry.
Quick. Squid rings. Squid rings.
Chips?
No.
No. Calamari.
Chutney.
What was that one?
Red chutney. Red chutney.
Pass.
Tomato relish. Like a squid. Like a squid.
What's like a squid?
Octopus?
Yes.
Okay, thank God.
Fried potato cake.
5 seconds.
Fried potato cake.
Pass.
The whole of Perth just said hash brown.
Wow, you're really bad at
you
this,
know what?
Georgia.
Georgia, you're possibly one of the worst I've ever experienced at this, which makes me love you more.
Georgia.
Hey, you've got a score on the board.
But
That's
you know
all
what,
I'm
Sean?
saying.
Your to beat is one.
You've got, hey,
Sean
George, you got one.
and
You know what?
Jessica.
You got one more than my score yesterday.
Yeah, well, to be fair, yesterday one was a winning score.
Righto, Jess, we need
Jess?
one for the draw.
Okay.
Jess, firstly, Jess, you heard what just happened. Do you think you can do better?
I hope so. I did know a few of those ones. So.
yeah.
Did you? I know, but that was giving
Squid rings, come on.
Squid rings, yeah, I would have got them.
Yeah, squid rings.
All right, guys. Sean, best
Yes,
of
friend.
luck.
Best
Thank
of
you,
luck,
friend.
Sean.
Jessica, I've
Okay,
always
Jess.
loved
Okay.
everything you've done. I
Remember
have all your
3-word
albums.
clues.
I know, this could be interesting, Jess.
Well, at our time, start now.
Mexican rap.
A burrito.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Easy.
really?
Yeah.
Red Rooster. That's one word.
No, that's 2 words.
That's
Two
fine.
words.
2 words.
Red Rooster, legs.
Chicken.
No. More
Can you add
information.
more information?
Roast chicken.
No, she's not going to get chicken
Legs.
feet.
Avocado smash. Mexican.
Oh, God.
That's the 3.
Guacamole.
Yes, that's
the win.
one.
Italian. Oh, one anyway. I don't
Yeah,
really
you've
care.
won. You've won. You've won.
You know what? Well, put that Italian one back in the mix.
Jessica, you have scored a spring long table lunch at Oakover Grounds and the spring wine release launch at Nicola Estate.
Yep.
That's for you and a friend. Plus a $50 Swan Valley gift card and $500 cash.
Yep.
Jess, well done.
Well done, Jess.
He was so disappointed in the chicken feet one. I reckon I was getting
so
there.
stupid. Georgia, you're being fined $800.
Yeah, Georgia, you were terrible.
It's a new thing that Nova's
Georgia.
brought in. If someone really, really does badly in the competition, they get fined.
Yeah, Georgia.
Yeah, we'll put the money towards our Christmas party.
Yeah, you stunk it up, Georgia. I did my best,
Yeah.
okay?
You just bought the hors d'oeuvres.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
We got to get out of here.
Wow.
It's
So
been a
if
big
you-
day.
What are we going on tomorrow?
If you missed, let's reflect on today first, Sean.
Hey, righto, mate.
Jeez. Okay, so the podcast, you can hear Albo on there.
Yep.
JK with the cup. That's a bit
Nathan
fun.
Karening his heart out.
Karening.
I Karened so hard.
You're very passionate.
But I wasn't a Karen, because Karens usually don't have any reason to do it. They're just
Often
being...
they do, but they go
No,
over the
no,
top.
no,
Something
no.
triggers
No,
them.
No, this was... Oh, okay, apparently it was a Karen.
Yeah, you're a Karen.
If you're being a Karen, this guy rocks up and sings behind you.
Yeah.
That's when you know.
That's how you know.
It's actually amazing. He can be in 20,000 places at once.
Hey, Flash Foods is going to be back again tomorrow. Sean, reigning champion.
What do you say?
I know.
How
did
did
you
that
do it?
happen?
Because Georgia sucks.
Actually, you know what? I want to make a complaint. I want to make a complaint about that
I want
game.
to complain about Georgia. Team up with it. Terrible. I love you, Georgia, but you were terrible.
Harry's not a complaint. This is just coming from the sky.
Hello, Ross.
Hello, guys. Yeah,
Hi.
I heard you getting a little bit frustrated with your list of that.
I mean, squid rings, and she couldn't say
funny, wasn't it, Ross?
calamari. I mean, come on.
I didn't know the answer. I was playing along with Sean because I could see his ones,
Yeah.
and he had chicken feet, and he said red rooster. It was the exact same thing I said or thought in my head, and you guys were
Well, it's not
offended.
easy. Then it's ended with something
Nathan
like
was
shoes.
so disappointed
Well, no, but
with
it
that
ended with something
comment.
like shoes. Talk about the feet.
Yes.
No, when I said
Poultry
Red Rooster, you
toes.
got disappointed straight
Yeah.
up because I know you're a chicken street man.
No,
Sean,
but also,
Sean,
you tried to pass that off as one word.
And not as that. Take that face as my default face for you.
Oh, yeah.
You should be used to it by now.
Yeah, good point.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.